G'day guys, welcome to my first full video. Today I'll be trying my best to provide a guide of sorts for people interested in the axe. I don't list specific gear sets / items because the game is still in beta and is subject to change. Instead, I'll try and provide you with general knowledge so that even if things change, it'll still hopefully be relevant. Anyway, moving into the video, I hope you guys enjoy it and learn something new. Starting off, we're going to have a look at the basic combos for what the axe has. We've got a vertical attack, we've got a horizontal attack, we've got the Great Axe Special, which requires a full special meter. We've got two combos, one being your left click and one being your right click. We're going to start with a left, left, right, right combo. Then we're going to go for a right, left, right, right combo. These are the two combos that I use the most personally, except they'll be charged. Another combo is the left, 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 right spam. I barely ever use this combo just because I think it is way too risky and it doesn't do much damage, as opposed to just getting in your 4-hit combo with the right, right at the end. I hold in left click until I get to 3 charges, attack, then chain it into a left, right, right combo. This is a very common combo, and I use this a lot. Next, you can do a left, left, do a left, we can charge on the third attack, get a further build up. I rarely use this as I feel like it is also, again, not very often that you can get this off, and you may as well just try and finish your 4-hit combo because the third and fourth hits are very good damage. The next combo is that you can do a right click by holding it, and you can also chain that into a right, left, charged right, and then another right to end it. Right click, you can also move around while charging it, which makes it very useful. You'll want to use this as you're entering into the fight, or if the boss is moving around and you're unsure of where he's going to end up. Right click can be very good to use. You just have to be careful because your stamina is draining while you're moving. I generally try and avoid this if I can. So here's the combo that I use. I try and use this all the time. I start with a level 3 charged left click, and then a right, right. With level 3 charge left click, another left click, and then a right, right. I find that it is the most damage output combo as well as safe combo, and that's what I choose to use. Now I'm going to show a little clip of me fighting a quill shot. Yes, I know that the gear is not realistic, but I just want to display what some of the combos can look like. And the other thing is, if you release your axe on the third swing, as soon as you get it, you'll gain resolve, which is what makes you glow orange. Will not get interrupted, and I'm pretty sure you take reduced damage. So if you are about to take a hit, you can do a risk versus reward. So you'll see that when I release the charge on the third tick, exactly, with the left click, take the hit, but you won't fall over and you'll finish your hit. So you have to weigh up whether or not it's worth the risk versus the reward. It's a really nice way if you're trying to aim a specific part and you're willing to take a hit. It's very beneficial to. You'll see that I'll generally always try and get close and do my 3 left click charge into a full right combo. If you start a combo chain with a held in attack, the rest of your hits will generate bar as well. And you can also do that on the third hit. If you charge up, your 4th hit will count, but you almost don't really want to bother with that. You'd much rather be starting a fresh combo and have those 3 hits also count. Cells that are decent for us as axe users. Cells that we're generally going to want are going to be all percentile based, as our attacks are very slow, but they are very heavy. So cells that can increase damage in a percentile value are very beneficial for us. You'll want things that can do percentile to part damage, percentile against enraged behemoths, percentile against aether charged behemoths, cunning cells, which is a % chance for you to do double damage, which is amazing for us as axe players. You'll generally want cells that are also very utility based in terms of stamina, because sometimes we can struggle a lot. And getting cells like the nimble cell, that after you get a perfect dodge, you regain stamina. Having cells that can just give you flat energy regen. Max stamina I wouldn't really take, it's not that useful. but having ones that can give you back stamina are very important and really nice to have. Other cells that you could look into for utility base would be like Adix cells, but if you're planning to play solo, they're not really going to benefit you that much. If you're more of a solo-centric player, I'd highly recommend more stamina-based cells if you can, and go for attack speed. If you're more of a group-centric player, I would highly recommend just going more into the damage traits, so that you can play a bit more risky in hopes that the behemoths will focus other people rather than yourself. You'll have windows generated off of that. Okay, so here I'm going to be showcasing the importance of sheathing your weapon, especially on fights like Reza Kendrick, where the boss constantly run around with a lot of animations that you have to dodge. You do not want to drain all of your stamina so that you'll not have anything to be able to lead into the attack with. So for example, you'll see that I'll put away my weapon as I know that Rezakiri is going to run away. I'll get nice and close, then pull out the weapon, making sure I have stamina and that I don't waste it. For a fight like this, as soon as he starts doing his spit moves, or as soon as I know that I'm going to have to running around, I'll always try and put away my weapon as much as I can. There's no point in wasting a bunch of stamina when you might need to lead in with a right-click charge. You'll drain a lot of your stamina. You can see that I'm just trying to get some space, get most of my energy back while I'm still trying to run. So that way I always have a full bar of energy to play around with in case I have to suddenly dodge, or if I have to suddenly run away from something. If I need to do a right click, I'll always have that bank of energy. This is where the nimble cell really comes in handy. If you get a perfect dodge, that can get you that extra dodge that you might need. It could be the difference between you falling or you surviving. I'm going to be playing a clip of me fighting a Shroud, and this is primarily going to be showcasing the importance of prediction with the axe. People that are high skilled with the axe will generally be able to tell where a part is going to end up before it even is there. You can predict a strike and get a lot more damage in if you play smart by doing these predictive strikes. Like you'll see here, I'm getting chased by a Shroud, and I know that his head is going to link down. After he does his 4 punches, I know that he does his scream and then he'll tilt his head downward. So I get ready, the 3 charge hit in anticipation that he's going to bring his head down, and then I get the hit in. Also, the same thing happens when he slams the ground. I roll forward and I start charging the 3 swing, go for another head hit. That time I missed on the leg, but you get the point. And you always want to try and find your opportunities. And when you're soloing, this is when the Embermane Lantern really comes into play, because some of these windows you wouldn't be able to get unless you have a boost of attack speed. So again, he's doing his fist attacks, and I know that his head is going to end up at a certain spot. So I get ready in the position that I know I'll reach his head. Same thing again, he slams the ground, I roll forward, and I know that he's going to be there ready to hit. The predictive strikes are very important for an axe player. You almost have to master the fight before you can truly unleash your damage potential. Sometimes you'll mess this up. You know, we all have to learn somehow, and just keep practicing it and you'll be fine. Each boss has very different ways of moving around, and you'll find that some bosses will wiggle around just that tiny bit and you'll miss, but you'll just have to try and remember in your head how the boss moves and where you need to try and predict your swing. So in summary for the axe, I feel it's a very strong weapon that requires a lot of patience, practice and understanding. Generally, you'll find much better damage outputs in group situations. Soloing, I still feel it's a pretty great weapon. Bosses that are very fast will be problematic and require more attack speed stats, whereas slower bosses may allow you to try and go for heavier hits, subbing out that attack speed. Hopefully this guide has been informative for you guys that are looking at trying out the axe, or for those that may already use it. Hopefully you learned something new. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to catch you in the streams.